This Hotspots report is brought to you by Train.
Right around seasonal in southern Ontario for Tuesday afternoon. 26 degrees in Toronto, Halifax 22, coolish towards St. John's, only getting up to 14 degrees for you there. Regina 24, Calgary 23 degrees, chance of seeing some thunderstorms towards Edmonton as well as Calgary. Vancouver, you're the lucky one, still seeing some sunny conditions, 22 degrees, storms in the interior, however. In less than a minute from right now, we'll have your full local forecast details. And then stay tuned. Right after that, we'll talk about the active weather across the country. Looking at it, a few select cities here. Notice the clear skies continue in Vancouver for your Tuesday. Wednesday, a little bit of cloud cover. Temperatures holding on strong in the 20-degree mark. Calgary, stormy weather on Tuesday and Wednesday is expected. Edmonton, too, towards the Prairie provinces. We're looking at active weather heading into your Wednesday. And 24 degrees is the high in Regina for your Tuesday. So it's right around seasonal. Winnipeg, we don't expect active weather into your Thursday. Tonight, a little bit cloudy, and it's been sort of overcast throughout the day. That does clear out as we head into tomorrow, though. In southern Ontario, we're seeing stormy conditions building in through the southwest in the overnight. Toronto, 26 degrees with stormy weather. And as we look at a few select cities in the east, we see stormy weather, too. They had to actually bring snow removal teams to take care of it on the roads. Can you imagine? We haven't even hit fall yet, and already snow removal people have to get out there and do their jobs once again. We are seeing reports of hail in through northwestern Ontario, and for this evening in the prairies, Saskatchewan, high pressure in place. It was a much calmer day today. Southern Manitoba still seeing some cloud cover. That does clear out, and around Pincher Creek, we've seen some storms already today. By Tuesday, this trough is going to be the biggest problem for us, sparking some mainly non-severe thunderstorms all across Alberta. There's a risk there. Also through the interior of British Columbia, the risk of thunderstorms. But Vancouver, don't worry, you're still sunny over there. So that widespread risk in Alberta for tomorrow. Tonight, southern Ontario towards Windsor, Toronto, and even Kingston has a chance of seeing some thunderstorms. And northwestern Ontario, approaching Thunder Bay, is where we're seeing the most action in the province and the most severe. Right along this cold front, winds could be gusting close to 80 kilometers an hour. We could see the large size hail continuing, and then that front charges on through on Tuesday towards Timmins and Sudbury as well, and then swings towards the Greater Toronto region as we head into your Tuesday and Wednesday. So on Tuesday, we look to see that there is the risk of some isolated severe thunderstorms up towards the Nickel Belt and Timmins, and eventually Kingston, Ottawa. Notice that you're really missing the system. So does southern Quebec as well. Stay tuned. The Weather Watch continues. Stay tuned, because coming up, we'll take a look at your full local forecast details, and then stick around for your national forecast. Yes, we will talk about the big active weather stories across the country, including this, all of the rain that we've seen in the Maritime provinces for today. In New Brunswick around Moncton, we've seen close to 35 millimeters of rain. More rain on the way. How much? Those details coming up just ahead. And in northwestern Ontario, we've seen some serious thunderstorms today passing through Dryden. They're headed towards Thunder Bay, and also southwestern Ontario has a chance of seeing some thunderstorms. Even the Greater Toronto region has a chance of seeing stormy weather today and tomorrow. And of course, we're going to have that coming up just ahead to talk about. And Typhoon Muifa shut down the airport in China. We'll have details coming up on this after your local details. This is your national forecast. I'm Nicole Karkik. Coming up, we'll talk about all that rain we're seeing in Atlantic Canada. When will it end? Well, I'll give you those details ahead. Also, in through Ontario, we are seeing thunderstorms in the northwest. Also, southwestern Ontario has a chance of seeing thunderstorms as well. We'll detail that in just a moment, but first, an update on international news stories. Call our storm line if you see anything. It's 1-800-463-WIND, and you can upload photos and videos to theweathernetwork.com. And Environment Canada has issued a special weather statement telling the public that there's the possibility to continue seeing those funnel clouds today. Now, tonight, we could continue to see stormy weather building in through southwestern Ontario towards Toronto, eventually Kingston, and northern Ontario towards Thunder Bay now, getting hit by heavy winds. We could see wind gusts close to 80 kilometers an hour along this cold front right here. Thunderstorm potential bringing hail too, so that continues to track northeast. And then there's that separate system that has its eyes first set on Windsor and Sarnia. Tuesday looks like this, rainy, sort of drizzly towards southern Ontario. Temperatures right around seasonal. Ottawa, you're being spared from this system, so is Montreal. That system then starts to push south, so we're going to see the rainy weather by Wednesday, though. Tuesday in through cottage country in the north. It looks like it's pretty rainy. Thunder Bay still seeing cloudy conditions as that low passes through. Also, temperatures cooling down quite a bit. The difference between today and tomorrow looks to be about 5 degrees in the northwest. Towards Quebec, Montreal, 27 degrees. You're also missing that system, as I mentioned, but we are seeing a little bit of active weather in through Atlantic Canada as we look ahead to tomorrow. But a look at our rainfall totals from yesterday to today, close to 31 millimeters in through Halifax. Now look at this rain. It just doesn't seem to end for our summertime, does it, in through the Maritime provinces? This was on Monday. People trying to just stay dry there. Not doing the best because we've just seen so much rain, and a cold rain at that. Northeast winds continue to hit us in the Maritime provinces and for Newfoundland over the next few days. A look at our additional rainfall totals here. And for Tuesday afternoon, Fredericton 24 degrees, St. John's 14.
This long-range forecast is brought to you by Corona Extra.
By Tuesday, we're still going to see rainy conditions in through the Maritime provinces. Newfoundland, very cold for us in St. John's. 11 degrees for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We warm up a little bit by our Friday. Unsettled in through southern Ontario. Mild, but chance of some storms in throughout Alberta. Wednesday, chance of storms in through the interior of British Columbia. Alberta once again. Really a chance of stormy weather and isolated showers in Calgary and Edmonton each and every day this week until we get to about Friday. Thunderstorm potential now moves towards Ottawa, Montreal as well. Calm finally up for us in through Atlantic Canada, but still a chance of some cloud cover and even some cloudy showers too. By Thursday, another system makes its way through the Maritime provinces, so we don't really get much sunshine over the next few days. Temperatures still cool for us in Newfoundland and coolish in through the Maritime provinces, certainly below seasonal by about 5 to 10 degrees. Fair in through southern Ontario. On Thursday, the humidity builds in northwestern Ontario, feeling like 31 in Thunder Bay, unsettled towards the prairies. A look at Friday. In Ontario, towards the northwest, we're starting to see some thunderstorms pushing towards Thunder Bay. So that line right there, the reds, the yellows, an indication of the active weather jam-packed in there. Wind gusts close to 80 kilometers an hour, potentially heavy downpours too. Here's the other area of concern. We're seeing storms bubbling up from the United States, charging towards Sarnia, Windsor, and eventually the Greater Toronto region. So through the overnight hours, could be a little bit loud for the pets and the kids. And there's that risk in red where the most active weather and severe weather is for this evening. Heading into tomorrow, give yourself extra time if you're driving through southern Ontario because it's going to be slick on the roads tomorrow with these thunderstorms making their way through. And then Timmins and Sudbury, now you're getting into the risk of active weather there. In southern Manitoba, a clearing trend for us as the evening rolls on. High pressure in place. It was clear and calm today in Saskatchewan. A little bit active towards Pincher Creek this evening. But then Tuesday, that trough right there bringing us a chance of thunderstorms through Alberta and the interior of BC.
2 daily forecasts plus severe weather alerts by text. It's like having a weatherman in your pocket. Text your city name to 69896 to sign up.